welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. This is me doing two things at once. I am driving to the office this morning and it's the day after I listed my Louis Vuitton denim Speedy for sale. And I got some really interesting responses to that post on both Instagram and also on my YouTube community channel, and you guys were demanding that I do a video about why I have sold that bag, because I've only had it, I've had it for 3 months now. So this is what you're going to get, because I'm a bit busy at the moment, and people, when I asked, what's the go, why so interested, so many people are interested in why bags don't work out, and it made me realize that I very rarely watch, and I've said to you before that I don't really like doing bag reviews, but I very rarely watch bag reviews either, because I don't know, I guess it's the adventurous spirit in me. I want to have my own experience, and I certainly have bags that I just, they would not work for other people. They are really fussy, but I love them, so I can't say that any of this will appear logical, but let me try and explain why I sold the bag. So I do have some footage which I'll put in, so it's not just a little head over a steering wheel, because I realise that can be a little bit ordinary, but I bought, without even knowing that it was coming, okay, I bought the Louis Vuitton Denim Jacquard Speedy 25 in the beautiful navy blue colour on the 1st of January. And I was like the second customer in the store. I'll link the unboxing video above. I went to see the apple green Alma bag because that's when I was on my green bag hunt, and I ended up buying the Gucci small or mini bamboo handlebag in that beautiful green. So the Alma, it just didn't work out. Anyway, I tried the Alma and I was like, oh no, it's not. The bag itself is beautiful, but the strap, I'm not a big fan of the strap. And the store was actually pretty quiet because it was New Year's Day, so I guess a lot of people had a fair bit more fun the night before than what I did, perhaps. I did have fun, actually. But anyway, I was committed to getting that bag. So I looked around and I tried on the denim loop, and as much as I loved it, I thought it was too similar to my Prada re-edition. And I tried that Speedy, and I kept going back to the Speedy, back to the Speedy, back to the Speedy. And I'm like, why? I have a Speedy 30, and apologies for the sunshine here. I have a Speedy 30, and I really just, it was my first luxury, brand new from the boutique luxury handbag, and it's a classic style, it's handheld, it was painful. And here's my husband, so I'll have to call you back. So where was I? Yes, I kept going back to the Speedy. My existing Speedy, I haven't picked it up since I had it sparred. I thought that was the right thing to do for it. If you don't know that story, my first bag was a white Epi Speedy 35. Like, what a crazy woman. See, this is what I'm talking about. So, but I kept going back to this thing, and I said to myself, oh, it's the 1st of January. I envisioned myself, and I knew I had a couple of beach holidays planned. I thought the 25 would be so much more wearable for me than the 35 was. I never thought that I would have picked up a Speedy. I loved the texture. I loved the ability for it to have like a little saggy belly, because I really like the chic look of the Speedy when it's been worn the way it was designed, instead of having shapers and organisers in it. So I was like, yes, yes, this is what I'm going to have, and I'm really happy about it. And I wore it one day. I packed it. You might remember I packed it to take with me on my Whit Sunday holiday, and I'll link that vlog above. I didn't pick it up the whole time. I went to, and then I went, no, I prefer, a smaller bag. I wore it, I know that I definitely wore it one day. I'm trying to remember where it was. I think my husband and I went for lunch or something, and it was really annoying because I put my hand in to get my my key holder out, and I couldn't find it, and I kept feeling around. I'm like, where is it? I'm sure I put it in here. Like, this is just the 25. And then I grabbed the bag, I opened up the mouth of it, and I'm hunting around for the key holder. I finally found it. It's not a big bag, but I guess because there's no organisation in it, and I didn't want any because I wanted the sagginess, everything just kind of moves around. So the more that you shift your hand around looking for things, the more things move around, and it becomes like hide and seek with your items. And so there was that experience, and I was like, oh, what a pain. And it was a weekend. Like, I was not in a hurry. I was just annoyed I couldn't find anything. And it has a light coloured interior too. It's got a beautiful white with blue denim interior, which I'll also show you on a clip here. So there was that experience, and like, I know these are first world problems, so this is, you asked for this video, so I'm telling you. And the other experience that I had is, you all know that I have the Chanel denim flap from 20B, and that bag has a lot more significance to me because of the fact it's my kind of Chanel. I'm not a fan of the classics, but I loved that bag when I first saw pictures of it coming out. I couldn't get it from the boutique. My usual experience is, oh yeah, sorry, no, we've got this though. And Lucinda from Yellow Chic Road actually hooked me up with that bag, and I don't wear that bag a lot, but every time I reach for a denim bag, I picked up the Speedy and I tried it, and then I put it down and I picked up the Chanel. And I know from previous experience, when I have had bags that I don't reach for, my Chanel boy, for example, was one of them. I know how I feel about it already, and that bag was absolutely beautiful. And at the same time, I bought its little baby, the micro, and I thought, you know what, why am I keeping it? So that was it. So I decided to sell it, and I told you guys about it in my Q&A videos, and I also it was mainly in my Q&A videos. And it was only, I can blame you guys for this because you asked some questions. I think Nick Snell asked what was my best cost per wear and worst cost per wear, and was I surprised? And there was another question, which I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, and for both of those questions, I answered that I wasn't getting the wear out of that denim Speedy and she might need to go. And that planted the seed in my head. And so then we get a little further along where I've just been to Melbourne. I've had this fantastic Fendi experience. I'm thinking, I got to make room for Fendi. And I just had a moment and I thought, the light's good. I'm going to take some photos and a video, and I'm going to see how little effort it takes to sell this bag. Because I really couldn't be bothered. Like, I didn't really get dressed yesterday, only from the waist up, because I was just tired and I had some video conferences. So I took some lovely footage of it and I put that post on my Instagram stories and on my book community page, just saying, for Aussie Luxe lovers, I'm selling this bag, DM me on Instagram for more information. That's all I did. And I had 5 people, what an idiot. I had 5 people query me straight away, to which I had a little spiel already tipped. So I just replied with the spiel of the conditions, and I have a bunch of videos so they could check over the condition of the bag. And I prefer videos to photos, quite honestly, because I think people can pause on them and expand them, and I think they're a lot more transparent than what photos are. Photos, you're more worried about what you're not seeing, whereas video, you see everything. Yeah, and I sent it to 3 people who all replied at the same time. In the meantime, there were lots of people saying, oh my God, what? I'm so sad you're selling that bag. You need to make a video. And yeah, it came down to 2 women, and yeah, then congratulations to Heidi. Heidi said, yes, I'm going to take it. And she paid me, and I posted it that afternoon. So in 55 minutes, the bag was sold and was taken to the post office. And by the time you see this video, she should have received that bag and should be happily wearing it. I sold the bag at retail. I will always sell for a fair price. I'm not in the handbag game of reselling for profit. You might say, well, that's ridiculous. And I looked up prices. The real selling it for at least $1,500 over retail. I just don't want to do that. If you and I are going to be dealing with each other, which is why it's not listed on a Facebook page or what have you, then I want to be fair and give first dibs to the people who follow me on Instagram and support my YouTube channel. And I think that, yeah, I think there's no reason to profit off those relationships. I get the benefit of not going through a consignment agency or store and having to pay those fees for sending it and selling it. And, for 55 minutes of time, I think retail price is fantastic. So, yeah, I don't have a good reason for selling the bag. It is a beautiful bag. It is a functional bag. It's just not a bag that I picked up. I realise that's a position of privilege to be in, to be able to, have a selection of beautiful bags. And to say, yeah, no, I'm not going to. And I also realise, though, that if I'm going to be spending, quite a bit with Fendi, then A, I'm going to need room, and B, I really need to look at my collection and be honest with myself. And even though I don't call it a collection, I really need to look at the bags I have and say, if I'm not wearing them, goodbye. And some of them don't qualify on that level. Gotta get my parking ticket. School holidays here, so it's a bit quieter on the roads, which is nice. Some of them don't qualify. I don't wear them very much, and I'm not interested in selling them at all, because I don't see any residual value in them. I'm not seeing an opportunity cost for that money, whereas this bag's still hot, still desired, and so many people missed out on it. So it was really good to be able to put it on the market and have people that really wanted that bag be able to pick it up from me through my channel. So yeah, that's my story. It may seem fickle, it may seem impractical, but when you've got as many bags as I do, I think I'm not sentimental about most of my bags, I have to say, and I never have been. And it's a bit of a running joke between Amelia Rose and I that she is sentimental and I'm not. It's just how I am. So I try not to be too attached to things. Look at me doing my reverse park. Look at this, Connor. I always like to park next to a pole. It's much better for getting out of a coop. So that's the story. I hope that's answered some of your questions about the bag. If you have any other questions that I didn't answer, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video, and I'll leave you with some images of the little denim micro that I still have in my collection as a little piece. Okay, bye.